Can't quite remember what that one was, but I do think it was an interesting one, wasn't it? Wasn't it a sprint race? Can't quite remember. P1 went to Maxi though, P2 went to Rios, and we had a P3 for Brewdog. So these guys did an absolutely amazing job. Brewdog is... I'm not too sure if Brewdog still has his P1, because the standings that's going to be shown later are the standings from before Silverstone. Technical issues, so wasn't able to get the actual Silverstone, well, post-Silverstone results. And today we're going to be racing on the Red Bull Ring. So Austria is going to be the country today with a population of 9 million. And we have the first Grand Prix in 1970. Most Grand Prix won on this track was by 3 drivers. We had Prost, we had Verstappen, and then that other guy, I have no idea what his name is that... I never show my face really. That is because, you know why that is? Because everyone is telling you, you've got a baby face. Now you're telling me I've got a baby face, while I don't. And I'm pretty sure of it. Like, everyone tells me that I look like 25 or something. You know, I was in a school project a couple of weeks ago. Like, I was with a bunch of... Like, one guy was 27, one guy was 26. I was the youngest. The second youngest was 23. And I was still 19 back then. And, like, everyone asked, oh yeah, how old are you? Like, to everyone, right? And I was... Hi, bro. Josh, welcome, bro. How are you doing? So, getting back to my story, right? Everyone asked, like, what age are you? Blah, blah, blah. Everyone said their age. Then I had to come. I said, like, yeah, I'm 19. Ain't no way, bro. They said... I was like, yeah. I mean, I can show you my ID. Showed them my ID. They were stunned and all that stuff. So, Thomas, it's different behind the camera. You know, everyone was younger through a camera. Like, my voice is really 18-year-oldish, as I say myself. So, because I mean, the camera is well, the microphone is also a little bit shit. So, I mean, it is a pretty good camera though. But yeah, we will have to do with what we got, of course. Red Bull Ring. What was I saying again? Those 3 drivers. I can't quite remember what the third driver's name is. So we've got a quali record of a 1.2.9 and a lap record of 1.6.9. I don't think the quali record is going to get beaten today. That is going to be a little bit too optimistic. But we might be seeing the lap record getting beaten. And then we always do a track layout. Red Bull Ring is quite of a short track. I think it's one of the shortest tracks on the calendar, not taking Monaco into consideration. But it's going to be a 4.3 kilometer track with a total race distance of 155 kilometers, which is quite long, but the laps are not that long, as it is going to be a lap around 1.8 minutes, something like that. Well, 1.08 of course. Best overtaking opportunities to happen in turn 1, turn 3, turn 4, and sector 1 straights. As you've got 2 straights, well, it's actually 1 straight, and then going from third to second to first sector, it's going to be a little bit of a transition. So yeah, you can see that as a sector 1 straight. You can see that as a sector 3 straight. Depends on how you look at it. It's going to be a short qualifying with a 50% race, so we will be doing 36 laps today. And then we've got a strategy. Well, I'm not going to be going into this pretty much, as, I mean, tire degradation, tire overheating is really much. It's going to be medium hard, soft hard, hard medium, or hard soft. Everything is going to be working out if you've got the look with the safety car. So I'm going with a P1 for Rios, I'm going with a P2 for Brewdog, and a P3 for Eggman. I'm going with biggest loser to Maxi and biggest winner. Who am I going as biggest winner though? I'm going with Mr. Badel. He's got a qualifying ban. So he can't qualify, so he's going to be starting last. Well, I mean, I'm not going to take Sharkman and... Who's that other guy? Oh, he's not in. Joby, he's not in. But I'm not going to get Sharkman into consideration. He hasn't touched the wheel in a week though, so probably not getting it anyway. But let's get straight into the race though. It's going to be... well, we already knew that. It's going to be Austria, oh my days. Counting on you, Toro Rosso, there we go. Oscar, welcome. I don't know why, but I'm saying it in the Belgian way. Oscar. So how is everyone doing on this fine Monday evening? It's Monday. Nobody likes Mondays, as I always say on Monday. I don't like Mondays at all, because today it was pretty busy. It was, what was it? I had a lesson at 9:15, then I went home at 5:15, so a good long day for me there, as I needed to work on some projects. As you guys might not know, but I'm in university, so yeah, quite busy. It's like more hands-on work than it is actually studying though. Right now I've got a lot of languages, so that is a little bit studying. You're trying to mix it up with a couple of presentations and all that stuff, so it's quite nice. I like presentations a lot. What I don't like is writing tasks in French, and I've got one, and it's not finished, and I need to do it, well, hand it in tomorrow. So it's going to be a little bit stressy tomorrow. I've got a full day of voluntary work. Still, Divine is coming across the line here to put a P7. You can get past Maxi right there. I'm gonna lower down my volume a little bit. The car was a little bit too loud. Not too sure if he's going for another one. He certainly has the ERS though. I'm not too sure if he's using it right now or getting left telemetry on. Doesn't have a lot of fuel left. It's going wide. He's gonna let someone go through, and it is the Red Bull. It might be either Brewdog or was indeed Brewdog, as he is on a fast lap right now, but I'm not too sure if he has been caught off guard there, thanks to the blind eye. We tried to go to the left side of the road, but it seems like he was struggling out there. Brewdog had to take a tight line into that corner. Kind of lost his braking point right there. I'm not too sure if he's really going to be able to get a top 5 place here on these medium tires. He might be. He might be. You never know. Brewdog is quite a fast driver. I know he's listening to the stream. All best to you, Brewdog, because I hope you're going to be getting a top 5 position today to try and defend your position, of course. I mean, I could get the... Oh, he gets a top 5 for 1:06.9, which is not too bad. Could get the results of last week in the screen if you guys want that. We can do the calculations ourselves, because there's not a lot of people on track right now. I think Eska is currently in sector 2. Just came across turn 3, which is hard braking zone to your right side. It is a good overtaking spot, but it is also a very dangerous spot to overtake. So depends on, well, for an overtake, 2 drivers have to work well with each other, right? I mean, the guy defending doesn't have to do anything stupid, but the guy attacking doesn't have to do anything stupid either. Otherwise you're going to be colliding, and then you're going to be into the wall or something. I mean, going into the wall in turn 3 is quite difficult though, so I don't think that's going to be happening, but we can definitely run wide. Eska now comes across the last corner, had a little bit of a snap there, might have costed him a couple of hundreds. It is going to be a 1:07.6 to put him in P9, right behind Divine Eye, although it's 4 tenths behind. But as I was saying, turn 3, hard braking zone, and whenever one guy is going a little bit too deep into that corner, the guy on the outside should leave a little bit of room. I know it's not, well, it's called a block pass, so in my opinion, that is a reasonable move. But for some reason, well, I had this stewarding report kind of thing. Ooh, Maxi coming across the line, P4, 1:06.2, which is not too bad. But I had this stewarding to do, and someone made a block pass into turn 3, and I'm going to show you how it was done. So Maxi will probably take a wide turn into turn 3, as I hope he's listening. He will be hearing this, so he's taking a wide turn. He's not taking a wide turn, alright? So into that corner, you would take a wide turn, and the guy on the inside would push you a little bit off track, but not necessarily. If you don't want to touch it, you're going a little bit wider. That's called a block pass, you know, just dive bombing down the inside, hoping the guy on the outside is going a little bit wider, leave some space for you. But if the guy on the outside is just turning on the inside, well, tight, taking a tight corner, who's at fault there? Is it the guy who made the dive bomb, who made it actually work because his car is next to the guy who's getting overtaken? Or is the guy who is getting overtaken at fault for turning into that car just because he made a dive bomb. In that case, in my opinion, it was a little bit the fault of the guy who was overtaken. Well, who was getting overtaken, because mainly he had enough room on the outside. And he still went into the side of him. I mean, they didn't collide. Well, they touched a little bit, but they didn't really had any damage or something like that. So, in that case, I wouldn't say it's his mistake. Fine, who had the big lockup there on his right tire. Might have costed him a few tenths there. Let's have a quick look. Coming across that second sector line in a couple of turns. What time he's going to put on the board if he's improving by anything. I do think that he's going to be able to, although with that big lockup in turn 3, might have costed him a couple of tenths. He's not up, he's 3 tenths slower than his previous lap, but maybe this sector 3 is the sector where he has lost a lot of time. He is saving ERS. That indicates he's going for another one. He was on another out lap. I mean, you can do 2 warm-up laps, but now it's for serious. A 1:7.2 is the time to beat for the Mercedes driver. It's coming into turn 1 quite nicely. Takes too much curve on the outside, which might have been a little bit of a mistake. He's trying to take a little bit of the slipstream there from the guy ahead. I'm not too sure if that was going to be enough. He doesn't take a tight line into... Oh, loses his car right there. He loses his back. Might have gone a little bit too fast onto the throttle. But yeah, that going into that corner, that was already a little bit of a mistake, because I'm not too sure if it's ABS wise. Well, I don't think so, because the actual what are they called? The esports drivers are taking the same line that I should be taking, and he should be taking. When you've got that turn 3, right? On the outside, you've got that little curve. Well, before going into the corner, it's like the braking zone. You should be putting your car onto that curve with as much possible. In that case, you will have a better turn coming into that corner. You will have a better exit. So that is something that Divine should be looking at. We just saw a Mercedes. No, it's a McLaren. A little bit of a front wing broken right there. It might have been Eska who lost his front wing. Doesn't seem like it. Whose front wing is it? It's not Talk either. Not too sure. That might have been a little bit of a... I'm not too sure. Who had the front wing change? Might have been Eska though. He's coming into the pits. Switch talk, I assume? He's not. He's going for another lap. It looks a little bit stiff on the steering though. He's probably... I'm not 100% sure, but I can... with confidence I can say he is running controller, just because, you know, let's have a quick look here. You see the turning, like the steering wheel? Although, I mean, not too sure though. Oh yeah, no, it's definitely a controller. Sorry, Thomas, if I fucked you up right there. I know you're watching the stream though. Sorry if I fucked you over. But you know, the thing is, when he's turning, you can definitely see that, right? So when he's turning, you can see it's really stiff. Like, you can go from the left side to the right side in one click, and that's something that's not really going to be working on a racing wheel. Yeah, in that case, but only in that case, of course, controller is better. Just from, well, it's really with chicanes. Because when you're in the wheel, you've got a chicane coming up. Let's say Monza, right? Monza, turn 1 is a very hard braking zone chicane, and you will have to go from the left side to the right side almost immediately. Coming into turn 1, of course, and going to turn 2. Yeah, he's controller. Yeah, I knew. But yeah, well, when you're in Monza, right? Being on a controller on Monza is fairly easy because you don't have a lot of corners, and like using a controller on chicanes is a little bit easier. Because on wheel, right? You don't have much time in between going to the right side and the left side. In a controller, it's just bum bum. Like you have to do it with your finger, right? Let's say, this is it the left side. You think this. Let's say the left side of your finger goes left right. How many milliseconds do you need? But pretend you're holding a steering wheel, right? You're going to the left side and then to the right side. That is going to be like triple or 4 times the speed you need. Well, not really. It's slower than you need. Well, than you have on a controller. It's still usable though. I mean, you have more precision going into that corner. Hello, Thomas. Welcome. Thomas, I've scrolled through your Instagram. I can't really. I have no idea who you are on those pictures. I still don't know if you're colored or not. I mean, I don't care though. I mean, you can even be purple. I treat you the same as I do with everyone. Well, except for women. No, that's a joke. That's a joke, guys. If my girlfriend is watching this, she would kill me if I said that. So, my apologies, Chucky. I don't have Insta though. No, not you, Thomas. Other Thomas. The Venom Nip. Thomas, did you know that wall was invented by Satanists? Yeah, we are with 3 Thomases right now, so it's really confusing at the moment. But Eggman seems to be struggling out here, though. Just saw a talk. 3 times Thomas. Yes, sir. I mean, Thomas is a very common name. I still don't know why it's not the most common name in the world. Like, you can use Thomas in every language, right? You've got German. Oh, but wait, how do you say that in German? Thomas. You've got Dutch, or, well, Flemish, it's Thomas. You've got French, it's Thomas. You've got, well, Albanian. Is there actually any Albanian Thomases? I don't know. Thomas. I don't know how they say it though. Then you've got English, British. Well, English is British. You've got American, and talk goes again. I was watching at him though, Thomas. I was not putting any pressure on you this time, but you fucked it up yourself. You'll have to go for it one more time. I'm not sure if we've got a broken front. Definitely look at that. What other language is there? Chinese? I don't think they're using Thomas in Chinese though. Oh, Thomas-san. Masan. No, that's more. He's got front wing nudge. That's unfortunate. Whoa, Maxi, a 1.5.4. He's F.2 actually. You know what the thing is? The real Marks is always fast and full. 3 raised. Not really. Yeah, really small. I would go for another one. Fuck this shit. If you have enough time, you don't have to try to go for another one just in case. You just don't have the time anyways. You know. Fine Eye is letting what guys pass. It's the Red Bulls. I wonder what the Red Bulls are going to be capable of doing. This 1.6.3 has been set by Brewdog on the medium tires. So he's got one more shot. And I think this is a shot. He's coming around the last corner right now, not having a snap. That's going to be a great lap. It's not. As a matter of fact, it's not a 1.7.0, which is last. Going for another one. Ooh, takes a lot of curve, which I will show you who I am. It's perfect bounce. Take your time. I think you can definitely see who I am, though. I mean, you've seen me on stream already. Brewdog doesn't take too much curve on the outside there either. Might be a Div 2 something. You know, they don't really sort the lines out that well. But he took that turn 1 pretty well, in my opinion. I mean, going onto the curb that hard only gives you a little bit of wheel speed, but it also rotates your car easier. And in that case, you won't be going out of track limits, and you won't be having a better traction, but you most definitely will be sorting your car better. So it depends on how you look at it. Brewdog, last lap of this qualifying. And around the last corner, we are seeing in front there a wall of 1.6.0, which is going to be a 310 improvement, but not enough place him in the top 4. So he'll have to be happy with a P5, maybe a P6 if Robin is going to be improving. He was improving by 8 tenths, and that would have placed him not in front of Waza, not in front of Brewdog. It would have gotten him a lot of positions. Right now, he's not going to be scoring those positions because he invalidated his lap. So the top 3 is going to be Maxi, the real marks, and then we've got Rios in 3, who we didn't look at once during the qualifying. My apologies, Rios, but still a P3 is pretty good at 1.5.5. Maxi domination, yes sir, he has practiced a lot. He wants that trophy. Or that Div 2 championship, well, Drivers' Championship, and I know Divine Eye has sorted out these. Oh, I need to put the sponsors. Here we go. Yeah, the other drivers, I mean, I don't have enough time, but the guys who haven't made it were Basil, Chart, and Puck, if I'm not mistaken. Well, Basil and, oh, Basil is, well, wait, oh yeah, no, never mind. I was gonna say Basil is a Div 1 driver, but he isn't. Just as a qualifying. But as I was saying, I mean, Divine Eyes, you can see the sponsor. He has sorted out trophies for the season. So whoever finishes first, second, and third are going to be getting trophies. Which is, in my opinion, absolutely amazing. He is indeed a legend. So guys, make sure you're not leaving the league. I'm not getting them, but I don't care. No, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, Divine Eye is so kind that he would even do it once again for another season. I'm not too sure if he's going to, though, but I'm pretty sure he is that kind of person that would do it. And with that into consideration, I mean, you may just as well keep on racing and just practice. Practice your racing, practice everything, and all that stuff for you to be able to compete for that trophy next season. I mean, practicing on F1 22 might not be a good way to practice for F1 23. The game is going to be different, a lot. They're already ready up. I'm not too sure who's the state. That is going to be a qualifying ban for someone, but I still don't know who. Let's have a quick look at the tires. We are looking at a hard tire for the top 2. I can't really see who else got a hard tire. Nobody, in a matter of fact. No Chartman ready. Alright. Chartman ready. We're all good with that. Medium tires for everyone else. So it is going to be an interesting start of this race, as we might be able to see Maxi and the real marks getting overtaken by quite a lot of people. Know that Rios, Waza, Brewdog, maybe Andy Loyal really have the pace to be capable of overtaking those guys. So yeah, we'll have to see. Chartman maybe too. Chartman, who hasn't practiced in a couple of weeks. But I mean, I haven't practiced in months and I still got the pace. I mean, not the pace that I used to have. Not top 1 anymore. But Chartman, I mean, the pace he had, I'm not going to say it's difficult to get back. Chartman was definitely fast though. I mean, he was fast. I mean, he was fast enough for these. Oh, hey, though, Chartman. I mean, you're still a pretty good driver. You're not top 1 Div 1, you know. Those guys are really fast. Who are the top? Well, oh yeah, it's Stutsky. It's Stutsky right now, and the other driver is Apros. He's not up there, but he really fast. But it is gonna be 5 red lights here on the Red Bull ring. It's 5 red lights, and away we go with a good start from Max. It doesn't look like it, as the real Marks already made a move down the inside there. It doesn't look like any of the hard tires are getting overtaken by the medium tires. If there's going to be any chaos there, it seems like there has been a crash between both McLarens and a Haas driver, Eggman in P11. Waza, who now has made a move on Rios down the inside. Rios defends the position, but it is not enough. He's still side by side. Waza right now. Is he going to keep the position? It might look like it. The hard drivers, well, the hard tire drivers are gone already. Rios, who retakes that position, and now it's once again going to be a Red Bull trail right behind the Alfa Romeo driver. Let's have a quick look with the Mercedes driver, as they, well, Devine had a pretty good start there off the line with a P6 already for him. He's trying to overtake those Red Bull drivers. We're quite close in front of him. And we've got Rios, who's trying to close down the gap to Maxi and the real Marks. The real Marks, who has taken this lead by 8/10 already. Going at the back, we are looking at a close battle between Chartman and Robin. It's only 5/10 between the two. It's actually Australia is quite close to everyone. Oh my days, what is that kind of English? Battling on Austria, you always have some close battles. Now Waza tries to go down the inside here, makes that block pass, which I was talking about, and Rios is the one trying to cooperate. Now gets overtaken around, well, down the inside by Brewdog there. And that was what I was talking about, just making that block pass work. It's not always going to be beneficial for the driver on the outside, but it is better than getting damage needed to come into the pits and get your whole race ruined. So he now lost one position, or maybe even two, but still it's better than dropping back all the way to P13, where you would have ended. Eggman, who loses his car there into the wall, might have got a little bit of front wing damage. Not too sure if that's the case, but Aska made that overtake already. It is going to be yellow flags, but it is already going to be green flags, as there was not too much of a serious crash there. Robin right behind Basil. Basil, who actually made up quite a lot of positions already, 5 to be exact, as he came all the way from P13 to P8 at the moment. He has won the most positions, followed by Chartman with 2. Seems like Mr. Basil was trying to make a move down the inside there on Andy Loyal. Andy Loyal, who took quite a wide line, then decided to go for a tight line and didn't really work out. Caught Mr. Basil off guard. It seems like Mr. Brewdog has overtaken Waza, and so did Rios. So Waza right now lost 2 positions once again, as there is a yellow flag in sector 2. That is gonna be Talk, who said this was gonna be a good race for him. Doesn't appear to be. The only thing that can save him right now is a couple of safety cars. He only needs 1 to get back to the group, but might need a couple of more to make that strategy work. Mr. Basil was a little bit wide there, not too sure what happened. Might have went onto the curb a little bit too much, lost his car. The real Marks with the fastest lap. He is 9/10 in front of Maxi, so almost outside that 1 second DRS margin. Now Chartman, oh, a little bit of a glitch from Robin, as Chartman makes that move on the Alpine driver right before the corner is there. There is once again a yellow flag, and Talk can't seem to keep his car on track today. That is not going to be great for the McLaren driver. Now coming back to Rios, this is trying to close down the gap on Brewdog. 8/10 between the two. Rios, who has had an outstanding season already, currently second in the provisional standings, as the Silverstone results still have to be posted. Let's have a quick look with the driver standings. Maxi lost it. Fuck, I missed that. Oh my days. You guys probably saw it yourself, but I was looking at my phone trying to get those standings up. But Maxi all the way to P9 at the moment. It is not something he has wished for. And he might be first in the standings after Silverstone, but he might have dropped a couple of positions today, because he's not going to be scoring as much points as Brewdog is right now in P2. P2 gets 27 points if I'm not mistaken. Maxi, who posts into the chat, lol. Hope you're getting back, Maxi. We might need to hope for a safety car for you. Let's have a quick look at the standings as we've got Brewdog in P1. And we've got Rios in P2, Maxi in P3. Maxi was trailing by a lot of points though. So he might have gotten those points on Brewdog after this race. I mean, also on Rios, because those two were only separated by 6. McLaren driver? Oh, I thought that was good. I thought that was Brewdog for a second. Like, I was watching on my phone, watching at the screen. The first driver I could think of was Brewdog. I'm not favoring anyone. And if you give me a little bit of a compliment in my DMs on Discord, I might be getting a little bit more, well, if you've shown a little bit more on stream. Talk retired from the session already. He doesn't want to have to do anything with this. I think he crashed in the pit lane. And that's going to be a safety car for you. I'm done with this game. I mean, Thomas, I get you. It's going to be a better game, I think. F123, I've heard a lot of good things about it. Small hit, yeah. I'm not too sure what the what the damage rates are in this lobby, but it might indicate that it's simulation damage. There's one through by. No, it's always like that on Hungary though. The only thing to make your tires cool down is come into the pits and get some new tires. That's when you have cold tires again. But I do understand that you don't want that to happen too much. Because that's a shame. We have a quick look where you are in the standings. You're currently... Are you even on the standings? Oh yeah, you are. 17th. 17th, you have DNF 2 races. That's better than Aaron, who has DNF 3 races. Is there actually anyone who has DNF all races? Doesn't look like it though. Well, Aaron has DNF every race that he has raced in. So, not too great. Well, actually, 13 people in is not as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, looking at the check-in earlier, I was only looking at 9 people. But right now, 13, it's not too bad. The middle of the season, last season of the game. It could get worse, you know. Asco now makes the overtake on Brewdog quite a bit interesting and controversial overtake, because we usually don't see any overtakes happening during a safety car situation. The only 2 drivers who have not come into the pits and might have been a little bit of a mistake. 3 drivers actually. Because Asca hasn't come into the pits either on his medium tires. But I do think coming into the pits in lap 6 is a little bit too early. Thomas, yeah, I mean, I'm in a couple of leagues where there's 19, 20 drivers each week. It's the end of the season, but you know what the thing is? Phoenix is not, I wouldn't say a big league. It has the potential to become a big league though, because the admins are fired. They've got, well, prize money in terms of a trophy. They've got good comps. In my opinion, good comps. I mean, who wouldn't promote themselves? They've got good comps. They've got good management. They've got good point system. Welcome, Shuki. I haven't heard from you all evening, but doesn't really matter. Hope you're having an amazing time studying. They've got good comms, they've got good management, they've got good point system, they've got good Discord, they've got everything. They've got that little telemetry they were using to do the point system. They've got good stewards, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not a steward, so I can't really tell you. I'm not a driver either, so I can't really tell you. Still, you know what? I mean, it's a well-run league. And having 2 divisions might have been a little bit of a mistake, and like a lot of people have not attended during the middle of the season, which is not really the admin's fault. You know, there are leagues where more engaged with their, the drivers are more engaged with their league. They feel like they need to attend, but here it's, the guys who are not in the lobby are usually new drivers. like Aaron. Who else is there? Who else is there? We're gonna be going again though, but who else is there? We've got Shankly, SMN, Adam Moore, Landscape King. All those Monty. I mean, he was there for 3 races though, but these guys are not here today. They might have something to do. We're gonna be going again. I'm gonna be drinking one more sip. Coming out the last corner is gonna be the real Marks. He's gonna go really slow. I'm not too sure when he's gonna go. Mercedes into the McLaren, and then we've got Divine Eye and Aska crashing out. What was there? What was that? Going into turn 1, we might have got a little bit of chaos. It's 4 wide going into turn 1. Not too sure what that was, but Rios is getting caught, and he's getting overtaken by Aska and Chartman. He's dropping back all the way to P7. We're seeing Aska with a broken front wing. He's gonna dive from down the inside on the Alpine driver it is, as he keeps it quite clean without a front wing. He's probably getting overtaken by Rios too. Rios, who's getting attacked from behind by Mr. Basil. Rios defends the inside line, goes down the inside with an aggressive move, and that is beautifully done. Basil gets overtaken by Brewdog. Now makes the overtake on Aska. So Aska, who lost 3 positions in only 2 corners, might lose a couple of more as he goes into the grass, now onto the gravel, as he needs to come into the pits. Might do Brazil, because I like the track. Yes, indeed. Thomas, why wouldn't you? I mean, it's good practice for F1 23. It's good practice for F1 23, so. Agnew is trying to make the move on Divine Eye. He's running those new, fresh, hard tires. Divine Eye has lost a lot of positions from that safety car restart. He was in P2 if I'm not mistaken, right behind the real Marks, as both drivers didn't come into the pits, but Divine Eye got caught in an incident or like a difficult situation, dropped back all the way to P9. Now he's getting overtaken by Agman, who makes that block pass work. Divine Eye, who goes a little bit deeper into that corner, will have better exit though, but isn't going to be making use of it. For Mr. Basil, no, it is going to be Agman taking that position back again. That is unfortunate, Thomas. I mean, buy a new controller for F1 23. You know? You don't want to race in a new game with a broken controller. As I think Chartman caught a little bit of a track invalidation right there. Mercedes driver right in front of him seems to be struggling. Andy Loyal is the first one on fresh tires though. I mean, we've got Waz on 4-level softs, but I don't think he's going to be making it until the end of the race. He's just caught a 3-second time penalty. Might have to come into the pits in a couple of seconds. Well, a couple of minutes probably. Yeah, also a lot of people with penalties. We were looking at Mr. Basil with a penalty, Aska with a penalty. He's got a 5-second time penalty though for speeding in the pit lane. And we've got Andy Loyal with a 3-second time. And also Waza. Shuki, you still in the stream? Got a close battle here. Mercedes driver trying to catch up with Chartman as he's getting overtaken by Robin. Not close enough though. But Robin might be in a position where he's gonna be making a move in Sector 1. Shuki, what are you studying? Are you even studying though? Like, what are you doing? Where have you been? Ooh. You know what the thing is? Robin might have some broken front wing wheels down the inside in the last turn. What a beautiful move. An aggressive move though, but that was beautifully done by the Alfa Romeo driver. Robin is going to go straight back at him into turn 1. The room was not there as Rios defends that position. Public relations. Alright, that's great. Brewdog now tries to go for the move. Both drivers will have DRS though. Robin makes a block pass, but he doesn't make it work as he touched the, well, the what do you call that? The side of Rios right there. He got caught sleeping some sort. Robin tries to go around the outside of the Red Bull driver, but doesn't seem to be executed that well. Mr. Basil his next target is going to be the Alpine driver who has been struggling these last couple of... I think he has front wing damage though. Robin, he takes these corners quite interesting as he goes off track. He doesn't go off track, but he definitely loses his traction. Ooh! Oh my days! Resets to track right in the middle of a corner. Maxi got caught sleeping right there. I mean, not sleeping, but got caught off guard. Wouldn't say he made a mistake though, but definitely something that is not allowed in this league. Charging with a 3-second time penalty. He's catching up. No, he's not really catching up to Waza. As Waza has soft tires, but how long will these softs take? He is ghosted anyway. Is he ghosted? He's not ghosted. Yeah, no, I know. Oh, I'm leaving? Alright, bye Shuki. He is ghosted, but it's not allowed in the league. I mean, I don't make the rules, so just saying. See you later, alligator. Will not see you later. I'm not gonna be calling you anymore. Even easiest. Yeah, even if he is transparent. It's because, you know what it is? Right in this situation, in a wild crocodile, yes indeed. In this situation, it was Maxi coming through a high-speed corner. You're looking at the guy right in front of you who spun out. Even if you're transparent, you're... Why? Because, I mean, you haven't texted me back. All that stuff. But, coming back to my explanation. Maxi was running through a high-speed corner. I would say it's a little bit of a chicane. And when you respawn back on track, you're gonna be caught off guard, and like you're gonna think he's gonna be right in front of you, even though he's transparent. You're still gonna be seeing the guy right in front of you, and that might lead you to make a mistake. I think that's the reason why they don't allow it. Also because you can't really reset on track in an actual F1 race. I mean, I don't think Verstappen has a button where he's going to be able to reset back on track. So I think they want to make it as realistic as possible, which is in my opinion a good thing to do, as Max is pretty close to define the defensive master, the Alonso of Phoenix Racing. Look at Maxi goes onto the back of Divine Eye, spins him out. Divine Eye is probably coming into the pits. It's time, because his medium tires are not really worn out, but I mean 13 laps is quite old. Yes, 3/10 behind Andy Loyal. The Alfa Romeo driver needs to get some good points back on Brewdog, who's right behind him. I'm gonna take this quick driver standings again. I take the results from last week. The results from last week are pretty important, because that way we can analyze where everyone is on the current standings. We had Maxi in P1, Rios in P2, and Brewdog in P3. So these guys are either going to be equal on points, or Brewdog is going to be a couple of points in front, maybe by 2 or 3. But taking that into consideration, I think Rios is going to be taking the championship lead here today. Yellow flag, that is going to be Divine again. He was doing so good, keeping his car on track. He didn't crash out once. He only had that little slip. Well, I'm not going to be saying slip because I don't know if he actually slipped, but he had that little incident where he lost a lot of positions in that safety car restart. But apart from that, he was doing an amazing job keeping it consistent. Now we've got Agman 3/2 behind Mr. Basil, his teammate. And out of the two, I would say Agman is the faster one, also because he's a little bit more consistent than Basil is. Although Basil did come from quite far. He got 6 positions on the board already, as he started in P13, currently in P7. I'm not too sure if he's going to be letting him pass, though. We've got at the front Waza in P2. 6/10 for the Red Bull driver, as he's trying to catch up to the Aston Martin driver. But the further they're going into the race, the more difficult it's going to be for the Red Bull driver. as he's currently hoping for a safety car because those soft tires are going to be boiling at the moment. There is going to be a yellow flag. That might be Robin in sector 3 right there. This is a beautiful scenery if you ask me, but still Rios is pretty close to Andy Loyal. Only 3 tenths between the two, and looking at this, Rios is going to even gain a lot of positions still because of those guys in front of him having penalties. Now Brewdog might be making a move down the inside here. It seems like Rios has better straight line speed. He's going to keep the Red Bull right behind him, but he's going to have troubles keeping him behind here in sector 2, as it is going to be quite a technical sector. I mean, the second part of sector 2, because sector 2 is quite long. It's not really easy to make a move in sector 2 still. Who was I coming into the pits right now? As I think I broke down my headband. I need to get a new one though. I'm gonna be doing that later. Where's the Waza gonna come out? I think it's gonna be right behind Maxi. Maxi was pretty close to Agman, so I'm not too sure if he's gonna be murdering anyone else today. I know he's watching the stream. I know he's listening. Maxi, are you gonna be? Oh, Andy Loyal makes a move on Chartman. But we're looking at this little move from Maxi. It doesn't look like right now. He has a better exit out of that corner. Although Agman still has a good exit. Chartman goes around the outside here on Rios. Does he take the move? It doesn't seem like it. He doesn't make a mistake as he's getting overtaken by Brewdog there. Side by side. Doesn't look like it. It was a little bit too deep into that corner. Might have made a little bit of a mistake as Brewdog trying to get that position from Rios. He needs to make up some positions. I mean, currently he is behind in points. He is behind in points as Maxi is going to be 110 behind Agman. He's going to break a little bit earlier just in case Agman is going to be making a mistake. You want to anticipate on what the driver in front of you is doing. There's only 3 tenths. He's going to have the DRS here. And he is most definitely going to be able to make use of it. He got clears back. Agman into the wall. Coming out of turn 1. Not too sure what happened there, but it is going to be a safety car situation. As I will be getting a new headband, so I will be right back with you. If you want, I can give you some music, and I'm going to be doing that. So we will be right back with you, as I'm going to be getting a new headband.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
What was that song, guys? I mean, was it a little bit relaxing? Mr. Basil DNF? What happened right there? Oh no, both Haas drivers are out. I'm not too sure where they are. They're currently 5th in the constructors. So they're going to be losing a lot of points on maybe Mercedes. Mercedes, where are they? Oh, Mercedes are in P1. And in P8. I mean, P8 is also getting a lot of points though. Why is Eska in the middle of those guys? Why can't he not overtake him? That might be a little bit of a glitch of the game. Everyone who is currently listening to the stream and is in the race, tell me what how you're experiencing it. Are the overtakes nice? Are the overtakes difficult? Tell me. Actually, what did happen though? I think it was with Agman, wasn't it?
Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this.
Safety car is coming in. Safety car is coming in. So I wonder who's gonna have to safety car restart though. Gonna be having a quick look. I will look at that later as we will be starting here. It's gonna be Andy, and he's already going. Seems like there's a 1.6 second difference between the real Marks and Brewdog. The real Marks didn't think they would be going that early. Might have been a mistake of Eska though. Eska was right in front of the Aston Martin driver, if I'm not mistaken. He probably makes the move on Define. Looks like Define is really having his race here today. He did have a good start as he came in P6, but somehow usually it's not really consistent right there. Loses a couple of positions, and then we had that safety car restart. Well, the first one, of course, where it was a little bit struggling. Now looking at Brewdog, was a little bit more pace than Andy Loyal. Brewdog was taking a tight line into that corner. Andy Loyal, who does have a good exit, is gonna be way ahead, 4/10 already. He does have that penalty he has to work around. We've got Maxi at B7 right behind Waza, and it's going to be a difficult rival to battle with. Waza currently in P4 or P5 if I'm not mistaken. The real Marks, who has the fastest fastest lap, 1:7.8. It's not going to be the fastest lap on this circuit. Well, the actual F1 time, of course. Straight line speed from the Williams driver is looking good. Cannot make use of DRS yet, as he's gonna upgrade the Red Bull driver, who leaves enough room for him to get past. Waza now has a comfortable lead of 9/10 on the Williams driver. The stress has been going away. Well, for now, of course, because Maxi is probably gonna get back to him. Brewdog, the Red Bull driver, currently in P2, having a good run on the Mercedes driver, but he's not able to get past him. The real Marks is caught up to WBA Brewdog. I mean, he's running those medium tires, 3/10 in between the two. And I wonder whether Brewdog is going to be able to make that move before the real Marks is going to be able to book an attack on the Red Bull driver. The real Marks will really have to focus on him. But so on Mr. Rios. Mr. Rios currently, oh yeah, Brewdog gets that move done on Andy Loyal. I think Andy Loyal is just gonna bend position. The real Marks, three-way battle between Rios, Andy Marks, and Andy Loyal, and the real Marks. It seems like the real Marks has taken that P2 position, so it is not looking good for Brewdog, because he is running 17 level parts and the real Marks is running 4 level mediums. Rios, this is gonna be easy job, easy work for the Alfa Romeo driver. He is Spanish. He has that Spanish blood here in Austria. He's trying to make the outside move. He backs out of the move, as it seems like Andy Loyal kind of closed down, well, close the gap on him right there. You're already next to the Mercedes driver, but didn't leave enough space for him to get past. And yeah, Charman takes the advantage of that, not really his mistake. He will gladly take that position into his account. But now Charman trying to make that move. The real marks with the use of DRS gets that move done on the Red Bull driver fairly easy. Max you seem to have made the move on Waza too. I mean, these 5-lap-old mediums are going to be more fresh than the 7-lap-old hards, and the Loyal is getting overtaken once again. It's going to be dropping back to P4, but who knows how many more positions he's going to be losing today. So we've got Rios in P5 on those 5-lap-old mediums. Is he going to be getting redemption here for that little close down, well, whatever you want to call it, that Andy Loyal has done to him that last couple of corners in Sector 3. Loyal is not going to give that position back. He doesn't think he has been doing the wrong thing right there. I mean, he had done the wrong thing. Yeah, you know what I mean. Waza with a 3-second time penalty. Quick look what penalties we're looking at. Rios actually just has to keep it clean behind Andy Loyal here. He's going to make the move around the outside. That's going to be easy move for him. Because he is only one position down from what he started with. Chartman is making the move on Brewdog. That is a risky move into turn 3, but he has made it work. Came all the way from P12. Currently in P2 with the right strategy. He is running a different strategy than everyone else is. He started on the mediums, went for the hard tires, then went for the mediums again. If I'm not mistaken, yellow flag in Sector 2, that is probably going to be Divine. Fortunately though, Mr. Rios, P4 for the Spanish driver, is going to get one extra position from Chartman if he can keep it within 3 seconds of AlphaTauri driver. And he might be able to get this position from Brewdog too. He's going to have DRS, he's going to have ERS. He's not going to be using any ERS though, as turn 1 is a fairly risky corner to make a move in. He's going to brake really early there into turn 1, as that might have caught Maxi off guard. I mean, he was not close enough though. Rios now down the inside here in turn 3. Is he going to be making the move? It does seem like it. Mr. Brewdog tries to defend that position, but he has no chance on those old hard tires. He's going to be getting eaten by Maxi, who makes the move into turn 4. Brewdog still trying to defend the position, has the outside line side by side into turn 5. But he takes that position. Brewdog is not going to challenge him anymore, as he will most likely try to be close to Chartman there, as close as possible. Rios goes into the wall. The Alfa Romeo driver loses concentration. Still 9 more laps to go, and it is going to be Rios with a P8, possibly a P9, as Divine Eye is trying to catch up to him. I'm not too sure if that's going to be working out though, but oh my days, it's very hot in here. Don't know what's up. It's getting hotter for you guys probably too. Just the stress you have to work around with is, especially on Austria though. I mean, this track is really stressful. Because none of the corners are the same, you know. Sector 1 is different than Sector 2, then different than Sector 3, and all that stuff. So you really have to keep your concentration on track, and we're into the stream for 1 hour and 13 minutes, so probably still 50 more minutes to go. And if you have to keep your concentration on a track like Austria for 1 hour and 30 minutes, you're going to be exhausted after that race. I do understand why the actual F1 drivers are not going to say that paid that much, but I do understand it for some reason. I mean, Austria, it's sunny right now. I mean, it's not sunny in your rooms where you're playing your game in, but still, you need to keep yourself focused on the track, not make a mistake. Rios did. Probably tensions were getting too well, getting piled up, but he made a mistake. One single mistake can ruin your race, and usually you have to be stronger at the end of the race than you need to be at the beginning of the race. In the beginning of the race, a lot of people are going to be making mistakes. You can make up for your mistake, but at the end of the race, everyone is going to be zoned into the race and probably not make too many mistakes anymore. Rios is the only one who has made a mistake these last couple of laps, apart from Divine Eye then of course. But currently in P8, not too sure if we're going to be seeing the safety car, and even if someone crashes out, are we going to be seeing a safety car? We are looking at a three-way battle for P1 between the real Marks, Chardman and Maxi. Maxi kind of lost traction? I'm not too sure what happened to Maxi, why he was all the way in P9 earlier, but currently has caught up to the real Marks again. Mainly thanks to the safety car, but also due to his fast racing, his fast race pace. Consistency is key, they always say, but the race pace he is showing right here, he doesn't need consistency at all, as he's able to make a mistake and then make up for it. Currently in P3, provisional P2, as Chardman has a penalty. And the fun thing to see here is Chardman gonna be defending this position. It depends though, I mean, he might acknowledge that he has that 3-second time penalty. He might acknowledge that both drivers were P1 and P2 in the actual qualifying, so he might say, yo guys, battle it out on track, I'm gonna be getting that P3 position. Because Brewdog is still 3 seconds behind. It's gonna be a three-way battle here in turn 3. Are they going 3 side? Doesn't look like it, but Maxi is most definitely getting this P1 position. As they say in Dutch, twee vliegen in één klap. Chardman is trying to get that position back from the real Marks. Throws it down the inside on his fresh medium tires. 10 positions for the Alpha Tauri driver, as he will try to keep the real Marks right behind him. And this is what racing is all about, you know. I mean, he doesn't really care about who was first and second in the qualifying. He cares about what is happening on track. Currently P2, maybe the real Marks, maybe Maxi are going to be making a mistake. But what I do know is that Maxi already took the lead by 1 second. Brewdog's coming into the pits. What tire is he on? 24 lap old hards? That's not going to be ideal. He might be going for that fastest lap attempt to get one more extra point on the board, but otherwise his tires would have been dead. 24 laps on the hards, I thought that was a possibility though. I mean, tire degradation is not that high here around Austria, but I think the top 3 have executed their strategy quite well. Coming into the pits for hard tires around lap 6, then pitting again for those medium tires around lap 20. That is going to be the ideal situation here for these 3. They're currently in the lead with more than 8 seconds on Andy Loyal, who has gone for a different strategy, went from mediums to hards, has been on these hards for 25 lap olds already, 25 laps already. I mean, old, I always put old something in there, no reason why, no idea why. Oh my days, it's getting long. It's being, wait, it's getting a long day? I mean, it has been a long day. And it has been a long stream already, it seems like. Rios. Pretty close to Robin, he hasn't been able to... No! But why did Brewdog come in though? I mean, he probably didn't have the tires to battle. But if he didn't have a puncture yet, he would have gotten so many points on Rios. Rios probably will be getting the championship lead here today, the Drivers' Championship, of course. It seems like Red Bull and Alfa Romeo are in a heated battle, but I do know that Brewdog has a good teammate, was in a matter of fact, And Rios is all by himself here today in these last couple of races. His teammate is Aaron. He hasn't showed up previous race, neither has he today. It's gonna be 3 more laps. Waza with another penalty, 9 seconds already for Waza. He's gonna be dropping back 2 positions, if I'm not mistaken. 1 to Robin, 1 to Rios. Rios doesn't really need to battle it out here with Robin, only if he wants to make a move on Andy Loyal, penalty-wise, which might be an opportunity. It is most definitely going to be an opportunity. He has to watch out, though, because Robin goes into those corners quite safely. Rios doesn't really do that as he's going down the inside into turn 3. Side by side, he's not making that block pass work, but who has a better exit? Seems like that is going to be Robin. He has a fairly good exit. I mean, Rios still has that DRS to work with. I'm pretty sure he's not going to throw it down the inside. He's going to throw it down the inside, and that is going to be moved on by Rios. I wouldn't say that is an aggressive move right there by the Alfa Romeo drivers. Chartman now, no way. Last couple of laps, and it seems like he either got spun out or he either had a little incident with himself. I mean, no idea. He's coming into the pits. No, Chartman, don't retire. Don't retire. Don't retire. Chartman, please. Keep your head in the game. You can do it. Get that fastest lap on the board for me, buddy. No, you can do it.
Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with
Well, Rios with another mistake right there. Had a little bit of a snap. Now Robin is able to get back to him. He is within the 1 second mark. So he will have DRS. And he might be able to snoop down a couple of tenths. Snoop down, is that actually a word? Oh, by the way, that little proverb, adverb, no, proverb. Is it a proverb? I think it's a proverb. I used earlier, like the twee vliegen in één klap. Basically, the exact translation in English is 2 flies in 1 map. No, in 1 map, oh my days, in 1 hit. I don't think it is that. It means like two problems dealt with, 1 solution. You know, when you've got, for example, I'm gonna search. Oh yeah, right. So, for example, you're out of gas, but your bumper is broken. The solution for both problems would be getting your car towed to a mechanic, right? Because it solves the fuel problem, because they probably have fuel right there. But it also solves the problem where you've got a broken front. That kind of situation. No idea what I used it for again, but still. Brewdog, 2 tenths behind Robin. He seems to be weaving a little bit. Brewdog is going to move down the inside. Robin leaves enough space for him to get past. And I really like Robin's racing style, you know. He's not too aggressive on the defensive side. Even because, I mean, Brewdog is on soft tires, so there's no point in defending that position anyway, as we're currently looking at your race winner, Maxi. We've got the real marks in P2. Doesn't look like anyone is going to be making a move anymore, but I was talking about Robin here. I mean, he really has that racing style where he's not going to be defending that much. He just wants to get a good couple of points on the board for the team, and isn't really risking anything. You know, that little incident with Brewdog, he wasn't going to get that position anyway because Brewdog wasn't having any penalties. Second safety car saved my race. Yes, sir. Congratulations to you, Maxi. Came all the way from behind, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's what I like about Robin. He doesn't make any necessary defensive moves or doesn't take any risk. Just wants to get those points on the board for the Alpine team, and it seems like they're not doing too bad. Although they're currently last. Wait, hold on. Is that true? Are they last? Wait, I'm getting DM'd by someone. No idea why. Wait, let me have a quick look. Hold up. Driver standings. It is not. Well, no, it's constructor standings. Here we go. Alpine is last. Oh, never mind. Well, I mean, in that case, they even need 4 points. So he's doing a good job on taking risk. Fastest lap goes to Chartman though, and I think. Let me have a quick look at the introduction charts. Track information. Lap record. It has been beaten. There we go, Chartman. I mean, I told you someone was going to beat it. 1.6.7 for the AlphaTauri driver. He is a Div 1 driver though, so it's quite cheating, but doesn't really matter. We're going through the grid real quick. P1 for Maxi, P2 for the real Marks, and then we had Rios in P3. Further, we've got Brewdog and the loyal Robin, Waza, Chartman. Who has the fastest lap though, in from P12 all the way to P8. Vine Eye in P9, and then we've got Aska Whitey in P10. Further, we've got Mr. Basil, came from P13, did have a good race, but unfortunately DNF'd during safety car. So we've got Eggman, and Hawk. We did not have the race of his career right there, but still. Congratulations to everyone who has made it across the finish line. It was an honor streaming for you, and I mean, for whoever wants, I'm gonna be having a quick chat with you guys. I mean, thank you very much. That's the first thing I'm gonna be saying, but still, for everyone who is still here, tell me about your race. How did it go? I know that Rios, you had a pretty good race, but then made that mistake. Got a couple of positions back, but I think mainly you got those positions back was due to penalties and Brewdog coming into the pits because he had no tires anymore. I made a mistake too. Waza, what was your mistake? Going onto the soft, right? Like, after that safety car, going onto the soft, that might have been a mistake. I mean, you did caught a lot of positions right there, but you had to come into the pits quite early. Yeah. I mean, I saw you struggle. I mean, you caught up to the real mark quite nice there, in around lap 15, if I'm not mistaken. Sure. I think you had around lap 9 soft, so you did a good job on those soft tires, but from that moment on, it went a little bit downwards. It's good you came into the pits, had wing damage, 12 laps. Ooh, that is a problem. Yeah, and especially, I would say, on F122, it's more difficult to control your car with a broken front wing than it was in F121. So yeah, that's really difficult, but yeah, you did a great job though. The first safety car really fucked me over. You can swear in my chat, don't worry. Fuck, it's not really a swear word, in my opinion. Everyone fucks, right? I mean, unless you can get no pussy. There we go. Or no aubergine, but I think it's more easy for a girl to get aubergine than for a guy to get pussy. That's true. I mean, unless you're good looking. Let's not get into detail there. All right. Guys, I'm going to be shutting off the stream right here. It was a fun stream. It was a really fun stream. I really enjoyed this. I mean, I like short qualifying and 50% races more on these types of tracks. I mean, Austria, always good overtakes. Oh, no, not a lot of safety cars. And still, during a safety car, you've got a lot to talk about on Austria. So, no, don't worry, Joost. I will see you next time. Hopefully, I mean, probably next week. Don't know I'm mistaken. If they still want me though, they probably do because it's me, VB. No, that's a joke. Is it a joke? It is a joke. Is it a joke? Who knows? All right, guys. I'm going to be shutting off the stream here. Thank you very much for watching. This was VB Thomas as your commentator, commentating Div 2. Ik ken je met een centje. I was commentating Div 2 today here on the Red Bull Ring in Austria. Phoenix Racing League represented, and your sponsor was Divine Eye, so make sure to check his Instagram out. He's a tattoo shop. Well, he isn't a tattoo shop. He's a tattoo artist, and he has a tattoo shop in Birmingham. So yeah, guys, thank you very much. Gonna be. You did not see that. That was like, that wasn't, you know what I mean. All right, guys, stream done. Have a nice evening. Peace out.
And you can join me on Wednesday the 31st of May, so I'm having a few days off, as I compete with Phoenix Racing, Division 1 at Azerbaijan. So join us then, 8 o'clock, Wednesday the 31st of May.